Hello, I'm Leila McKinnon. Welcome to A Current Affair. Tonight, dirty, rotten scoundrels. We turn the tables on the notorious ATO scammers.
You are trying to get money from innocent Australians.
School scandal. Were the actions of this young boy really worth the suspension?
I'm not going to be held down like that. I can't do it.
And the big brand cleaning products put to the test with some surprising results.
It didn't get the tough stains completely out, but it did pretty well.
Those reports soon, but first tonight, you may have heard of the recent ATO scam. Foreigners cold call and say you have a huge debt that needs to be paid immediately. Sadly, many Aussies have already fallen victim to their con. So when they made the mistake of calling one of our reporters, she started asking the hard questions and they weren't happy. A warning that some of the comments in this story are confronting.
Ma'am, I just need your name so that I can go ahead and get your file from the higher authority.
You should already have my name.
Hey, why are you talking to me like that?
This vile con artist has picked the wrong person to call.
You are scamming innocent Australians. You are trying to get money from innocent Australians, and it's disgusting.
Who the f*** you?
And what this sick scammer says next will leave you with chills.
Well, what's your full name? And what's your role?
My name?
Yes.
My name is Mark Heyman.
Mark Heyman.
If you say one more word, if you say one more time, scammer, I will come to your place and I will rape you.
They believe that by using that language, they are harming you and hurting you and filling you with fear.
These scammers are extremely aggressive.
How much do I owe? When they say you're going to lose your home, you're going to be arrested by the police, that scares people. It scares people a lot. The ATO, well, what was this about?
If we don't hear from you, we have to issue arrest warrant under your name and get you arrested.
You can imagine the shock this grandmother felt when she got a call from a man claiming to be from the Australian Taxation Office, telling her she owes $50,000.
I said, you're a scammer. I said, I know exactly. I said, I don't owe that money. And I said, you try to get the money out of me. I said, well, now the Australian Federal Police have got your phone number.
Don't mess with Debbie. This feisty 61-year-old was quick to call authorities.
I told the scammer on the end of the phone, well, I'll be waiting at home for the police with a cup of coffee.
The moment you receive this message, I want you to get back to me on my department division number 280.
Sadly, not everyone sees through their lies. Fraudsters have successfully stolen almost $2.3 million in the last year alone. Over the years, they've become more aggressive, threatening and bullying victims.
We investigate the case.
Which case?
So when I got a call from one of these lowlifes claiming to be from the ATO's investigations unit, I had to confront him.
Well, you don't work for the Australian Taxation Office. That's quite clear. Do you talk to elderly people like this?
Yeah, for sure.
Which country do you live in?
You think you are so smart and I'm a fool, right?
The call escalates after I call him a scammer, this creep saying he'd find me and sexually assault me.
You do understand I'm recording this call?
Hey, fuck, whatever, do whatever you want.
Well, we might have to report this to police because you've just threatened to rape me.
Shut up.
This is unbelievable. You can't talk to people this way.
Go and yourself. You don't want to fuck with that.
Oh, it's absolutely disgusting, and that alone constitutes criminal behaviour because of the threats that he was directing at you. I fear for young people that would take that phone call, the elderly, older people that are not savvy enough about these sort of scams. It is really distressing stuff, especially the threats of personal harm. Imagine how distressing that is.
Former cop and now cyber safety expert Susan McLean says these organised criminal gangs use programs to mask their true caller ID, but authorities can still trace them.
It is a criminal offence. The problem is the volume of online crime that law enforcement around the world have to deal with makes dealing with these sort of crimes very, very difficult.
They are very threatening. Once they realised I knew they were scammers, they started swearing at me.
Mum Kelly has also spoken to a foul-mouthed scammer who was working in a call centre with hundreds of others.
I didn't want them to call other people. I wanted them to stay on the phone with me so other people didn't get scammed, because I was aware that it was a scam.
Well, my name is...
She's part of a growing movement where punters are trolling the trolls and wasting their time.
And my address is... He hung up on me. Can you tell me how do I make the payment immediately? Because I don't want to be sued for this.
I said to him, I can't believe that you do this and, you know, people won't fall for this. And he said, you'd be surprised, we make millions of dollars a day from people doing this.
Stop trying to get money out of innocent Australians. That's all I want.
Australians? Australians are not innocent. They are traitors.
What we've actually seen recently is where they use a tactic where they get somebody else on a conference call and that third person pretends to be your tax agent to try and convince you that this tax debt is real.
And it is the season to be scammed, according to ATO Assistant Commissioner Karen Fote.
In the last month, we've had over 37,000 people report receiving one of these scam calls, and over $1.1 million has been paid out to these scammers in the last month alone.
They've certainly ramped up the level of abuse that they hurl, especially when they've been caught out.
Obviously, a tax officer is not going to threaten you like that if they were to contact you about a tax debt.
Why are you speaking to me in such a vulgar way?
Because you were calling me a scammer, you were pissing me off, and you expect me to be good with you?
Well, you are a scammer.
Yes, what do you want?
All I want is for you to stop trying to get money out of innocent Australians. That's all I want.
They're low lives. They've got nothing better to do than to try to get money out of people that they're not entitled to.
Just awful.
Okay, going to try and get back to this person that rang earlier on the home phone, or the landline. It was a recorded message claiming something like my account had been rejected because I was a tax evader and can expect a summons or to be arrested. It's interesting because it's not even the end of the financial year here in Australia. This is May, so haven't even been able to lodge my tax return for the year. And I always declare all my income anyway. So let's see if I can work this phone. Which number it might have been. I think it was 03999 80493. So we'll put it on speaker and see how we go. I did try earlier, but was engaged. So here we go. Here's the number. There we go. Speaker. Scam for sure. Oh, it's ringing. Good.
Welcome to Australian Tax Office. David speaking. How may I help you?
Oh, hello. Who's this?
This is the ATO, the Australian Taxation Office.
Oh, Australian Tax Office.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Look, I'm ringing because I had a call earlier today. I've tried to ring back, but couldn't get through. It was an automatic message, and it said something like, that my account had been rejected or something because I was a tax evader. So, can you explain something about this? I've really confused and said I could be arrested.
I can see here the pending case regards towards tax fraud and tax avoidance. Now, before I pull out your case details, can you verify with me your date, your tax file number?
I don't have that with me. No, I can't.
Could you help me with your name, sir?
What name do you have there?
Beg your pardon?
I said, what name do you have on your file?
You can verify with me your name, sir.
Yeah, my name's Steve. Why? Is that the name you've got?
No.
No. Oh, so did you ring the wrong person?
Alrighty. Thank you.
Hello? Haha. Well, the Australian Tax Office on that number. Interesting, because I'm pretty sure the Australian Tax Office doesn't have that number. I will put down below their actual number. But yeah, how curious. I wouldn't cooperate by even giving him the name. And the thing is, the message didn't even say it was addressed to me. So it could have been the cleaner, the pool cleaner, or whatever you know, do or don't have. Could have been my partner, could have been my son or daughter, could have been my cat. And the automatic message was for them. So, yeah, I think this one will be forwarded to the police. Don't believe everything that happens on the telephone. Check it out. Okay? There is a fraud area of the police department. Use it. So many people get caught out by this shit. And it's crap. Okay? You've heard it live. There was an actual recording. Don't ever give out your tax file number. Don't ever give out bank details, ever. Nothing over the phone. Be very careful, because there's a lot of bastards in the world that are out to scam people for whatever they can get.